Are you a lover boy or do you just love boys? Well, that's a question you need to face, bro. Like, genuinely. Are you gay? Ask yourself. Pause the video and ask yourself, am I gay? Well, since the funny bit of the video is over, let's talk about. See, this isn't gonna like help you in any case, but if you wanna keep watching, sure. But like, I'm just gonna make a note of the shit I did, like, in my time as an active lover boy. Like, you basically get what I'm saying. I do remember I did like a lot of shit, but I tend to forget. So like I'm just gonna try my best to remember everything I did and keep a mental note of it, so that future me isn't slacking when it comes to loving someone. A piece of shit. I don't want myself to just turn into like an ignorant, avoidant husband or some shit just because I forgot who I was. Right? Oh, stick to your roots. Like, no, genuinely. So basically, the day this video goes out is the day last year I fell in love. All right. What happened after that? We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that anymore. But we do talk about the shit I did for, to express my love. So basically, right, calm down. Ladies, shake your dreads. Calm down. So first things first, this is just the basic stuff, right? Caring for her and like writing her letters and just, reassuring her, telling her I love you as many times in the day as I can. And then there was like the discipline stuff. Basically, my, like even I used to sleep late, but my girl used to sleep late as well. But yeah, sometimes I would be just so tired because days were exhausting back in like 10th grade. Right? You had school, then you had classes, and there's like a test, like two tests every week at class, and you just come home exhausted. Well, like that never really stopped me from caring for her. Like I used to come back home just bummed out, exhausted as shit. And then maybe the teacher shouted at me or some random bullshit, I don't know. But like I never went to sleep before she did. Like I always made sure that she was fast asleep before I even thought about like shutting my eyes. Which I feel like I can back myself for. Because I haven't really seen anyone do it. I've never heard of anyone doing it. And it was kind of a me thing. And I don't know if I'll ever hear about anyone doing it, but I did it. Right? I never ever went to sleep without just knowing that she is sleeping like Beauty from Beauty and the Beast. I am not Beast, by the way. I am not that ugly. I am kind of ugly. Oh, look at me. I am so ugly. Give me validation, please. Anyway, yeah, I mean, there was a time where like I didn't sleep before her, but there was sometimes I couldn't even be sure if she's asleep or just busy doing something else. As like she used to fall asleep like, and sometimes she would forget to like wish me good night. So I basically relearned website development because I had learned how to build websites, like really basic ones. But like the whole thing about, two ends marking something on the website and it instantly just updates itself for the other person. That shit was kind of new, but I figured it out and I made this website. But it still was a website, right? That's basically the idea was if she's like really asleep and just can't text, can't do shit, she can just click a button at least, right? If she clicks the button, it just tells me she's asleep, and that's that. Like it was still a website, so I basically wanted to make it an app. So this was like in the middle of like some terms finals, by the way. Yeah, I really prioritized her, but I got it. I used like the MIT App Inventor thing, and I basically just used the web viewer to put my website into the app instead of having to rebuild the whole thing all over again. I did that, made the app, got it working, and yeah, we did use it for a while, and as much as like it goes. Sometimes she did text me good night, but yeah, that happened. I remember like this. I already talked about this. The teddy bear. Like I used to sleep with it when I was a kid and shit. Just gave it to her as a birthday gift. along with something else. Oh yeah. So basically, I learned Morse code. Okay, because back in the day, right, fifth grade, it like weird shit happened, and like we had a bit of a thing in fifth grade as well. I know kids are dumb. And I am a kid, so I am dumb. I was dumb. I was dumber. But yeah, that should happen. And it was like her mother found out. So I was like, since she can read English, how about I just learn a new way to interpret it? I wouldn't call it learning a new language because Morse code is basically just English. I mean, it can be any language you want. Just can it be any language you want? Okay, let's just say it's English. And it's just like an alternate way to write stuff. But I learned that, and I wrote her this letter for her birthday, and like my shitty ass printer wasn't working. So I just like took out the refill thing and shaked it like shake your jets. And I put it back in. Finally got it working. And like I printed out these small Spotify codes. I remember one was for Ivy by Frank Ocean, and one was We Fell in Love with October, or Fell in Love in October. Yeah, so like I stuck those to like the Morse code letter, and I also put the translation for the Morse code in, and like I gave it to her, and that was really cool. And she said like one of her friends also like appreciated it, and like this friend like she was really hard to impress, by the way. So yeah, that was pretty cool. What else? Oh, yeah, so like I was gonna make like this whole Minecraft world for her to see, like the like about the places we met and shit like that, but like she didn't have like a laptop and stuff, like yeah, so like that didn't happen. Yeah, I used to write like poems and shit in like MS Paint. And I remember we used to like play games on Discord. Basically, there's this like whole events thing or some shit on Discord. It's like two people or more than two people can like play a game like Gartic Phone and shit. And like there was this whiteboard thing, and I remember like I used to get all creative and stuff and like write her stuff in the whiteboard, and like you could attach images and stuff too. So if it was like an anniversary, like a 4 month or 5 month anniversary, yeah, like I used to do that shit as well, and she did too. To be fair. Yeah, she had this drawing. I remember the purple house. She's just drawing a scenery, and the house is just like Thanos colored for some reason. And yeah, like I was looking so such a dumbass. I was like, yeah, if this works out well, and if I'm rich enough, I'm gonna build her a purple house. Whatever, man. Kids are dumb. Not like it was actually gonna happen. I would have made it happen though. I know I would have. Thing is, I did a lot more shit. Like I remember having like a whole list I sent like a friend once. And yeah, it was like I was very silent in public, even when she was being a bit of a piece of shit. Like she used to cancel a lot of plans just out of like fear. Like, oh, what if someone does something? What if my parents go on shit? And yeah, she did it like last second sometimes, and I was like devastated. But like I never said anything publicly. Like we went to another plan with her friends and shit, and like I didn't really misbehave. But like that's just bare minimum. If you're gonna shout at your girl in public, just you're not in the right space. And I don't think I was in the right space either. I was just too much of a lover boy. You know, sometimes it's like you did go too far. Like my whole day just suddenly went from prioritizing my goals, myself, and my studies and shit to just her. And I feel like if you do that to an extent, she just will lose respect for you. Because then she's gonna think she's the prize and all, right? Which they rarely are. Let's be honest. The thing is, I really, really was in love. But I have this like weird tendency to love people despite who they are, not for who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the girl saying, "Oh, why am I always so attracted to the red flags?" I'm not attracted to the red flags. I'm just attracted to beautiful people in general. She was chopped. But the thing is, I don't know. I just feel like since I wasn't accepted all my life because of my flaws, that It's my obligation to not do that to someone else. So if you see, even my best friend, he was like kind of a bum. Right? I'm not gonna disrespect him by saying anything more. But yeah, he was kind of a bum, and I love him. I loved him despite that. Right? And even though that relationship with her got ugly at the end, it wasn't really me who cut the cords. Like I remember it went from like all chill and stuff to just plain. You don't know the real me, you never did. And see, those words hurt because you're telling me you just made me waste 6 months of my life. But like, that just makes you realize that people just aren't genuine. Even though they want to be and they feel like they are, they sometimes just aren't. I'm not genuine sometimes. But it hurts, it still hurts. I mean, I have cried like every single day since the day we broke up. And I do it in secret, of course, nobody knows. But yeah, that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Where was I? Oh yeah, doing shit. Okay, so I made the website, I did the poems, I did the yeah, I was doing like Photoshop edits of us together. And just plain Photoshop edits of her. This was like some were like even yeah, no, some were like one of them was even before we started dating. It was like I just put her face on like $1 million bill to like be like, oh yeah, this is what you're worth. See the risk there? See the risk? Do you not see the risk there? Okay, come on, man. Come on. It was pretty riskful. It worked, okay? It worked. Shut up. If it works, it works. Game is game. But yeah, I also used to like write these. Oh yeah, so like if she goes asleep and like I'm just feeling like I want to make her day better, I used to like write these like bunch of like just massive paragraphs. Like I'm talking like it'll take 10 minutes of pure reading just to get through those. It would just be like, oh, you're so amazing. It's like everything I love about her and how she's so perfect and cool. And yeah, it's like every flaw she found in herself, I was there to love, which I am very glad because even though I didn't get it, at least someone did for me. But like, I wish I get it someday. I wish someone can just love me for just who I am instead of what I can provide or how I can make them feel at times. I mean, yeah, that's a big ask, but I did it. And if I can do it, someone else can, right? If I exist, people like me exist. Yeah, I felt fucking worthless that whole time.